Hey guys, my name's Luke. I'm 16 years old, and I wanted to make a video on Nofap for teenagers because there's not a lot of videos out there about Nofap as a teenager. So I tried it, and I have benefits and I have negatives that I'll share with you guys. Benefits of Nofap as a teenager. Number one, this one everyone talks about, is woman attraction. Now, I can tell you from personal experience, this is 100% real. Now, I don't know if it's libido or what, but when you don't jerk and you have all this male energy growing inside of you, like there's definitely energy, there's woman energy, male energy, and when you have this so much male energy, it's like a magnetic pull with women. They notice you and they feel that energy. I don't know if they can consciously feel it, but they definitely unconsciously feel it. Like I could tell you guys, when I'm on NoFap, there's definitely a feeling like I'm emitting this energy and it's powerful energy. I can feel that. And when I don't jerk, I mean there still is woman attraction there. It's not like it's all the way gone, but it's not as much as when I hold in this energy. So that also ties into um, your confidence. When you don't jerk, you feel disciplined, you feel powerful, you feel like Superman after a while, and you have this super confidence that grows inside of you. It's not like I'll talk to anyone confidence. It's just like, I feel good. I look good. I feel good. That's the type of confidence. So, number three, not a lot of guys really talk about this one. I think it's mostly because I'm a teenager. So, you guys get those boners all the time, just random boners. It could be any time. It doesn't matter. Middle of school, you get those random boners. When you do NoFap, I've noticed that I haven't been getting as many boners as I usually do. I usually would get a lot of boners during the day, and not like because I'm rubbing my pee pee, but just because it's just random. You guys know what I'm talking about. But like I would get morning wood if I jerk. I would get morning wood like every day. But when I don't jerk after like 2 weeks, you stop getting boners as much. I don't get morning wood really anymore, and I'll only get like one or two random boners per day as opposed to like six or seven, which is kind of a nice benefit because you don't have to worry about that all the time. So, number four is your dopamine levels are reprogrammed. So, what I'm talking about is when you jerk, you're releasing so much dopamine in your brain, all these chemicals, and the dopamine is basically like the pleasure hormone and it's responsible for motivation. So, when you jerk off, it's basically there's our studies that compared it to doing cocaine, a high off cocaine. So when you don't jerk, you're not getting this dopamine every single day or how many times you do it. So your brain is getting dopamine from other things in your life. Instead of getting all this dopamine from jerking off, you're getting more dopamine from the daily activities in your life because you don't have jerking off to rely on with that happiness. So you get more grateful. I know this is kind of confusing, guys, but you get more grateful and more happy with little things because your dopamine levels aren't so tolerant right now. Like if you jerk off, sorry, this is really confusing, guys, but if you jerk off, your dopamine is like right here, and you need this amount of happiness to give yourself a good amount of dopamine. So that means you have to do, more pleasurable things to get this level of dopamine. But when you don't jerk off, your dopamine tolerance is very vulnerable and it's down here. So you can do little things and it'll hit this level of dopamine and it'll make you a lot happier. But when you don't jerk, your dopamine's up here and it's very hard to become more happy because your dopamine is very tolerable. So I talked about the benefits and now I'm going to talk about the negatives that come with doing NoFap. And I'm going to be extremely honest here, so you're getting the good word. Number one, extreme libido. This is probably the worst one, and it's also very good in an aspect because this is what gives you the motivation and drive, the male drive. But if you guys don't know what a libido is, it's basically your sexual desire and sexual drive. So when you hold your seed for so long, you're holding in all this male energy. It keeps building up, building up. It gets so high, and your libido is insanely high. So this definitely it disrupted what my communication with women, and sometimes it's hard to think because you have so many horny thoughts in your head, and all you want to do is just, tickle your pickle a little bit, and you just get so distracted. Now, this isn't all the time, but sometimes it's so strong. The sexual urge is so strong that it's hard to even focus. And I've noticed that I've been objectifying women so much more because I have so much energy inside of me. I usually look at girls as just sex objects, and it's hard to look at them for actual people. So, number two is wet dreams. This one isn't that bad, but it's not like good to have wet dreams. Now, when you hold in your sperm for so long, it has to empty itself somehow, so you're gonna have wet dreams. Now, guys, don't worry because this only happens at like around day 30. So if you're only doing like a 3 week no fap, then you'll be fine. But around day 30 and 40, that's when you'll start getting wet dreams. So, number three is arrogance. This kind of ties into the extreme libido. And when you don't jerk, you have so much power. You literally feel like Superman sometimes. And sometimes the male drive and the male energy, it gets to you, and you think you're better than you actually are. I've noticed myself like looking at women and just think, oh, she wants to fuck me right now, which is obviously not true because she probably didn't even look at me. That would happen. That happens a lot, and it's good because you are very confident, but at times you do get arrogant and you think that, every girl wants to fuck you, which is not the case. So the last one, it's not that bad, but too much energy. Sometimes, when you're doing nofap, you have so much energy and you're not doing anything, you're just laying there. You don't even know what to do with the energy. And sometimes that energy can transfer into anger or other emotions that have a high energy field. I've noticed anger a lot. And if you guys ever feel angry while you're doing nofap, a lot of things I do is, just work out, start doing push-ups out of nowhere because that gets rid of a lot of the energy, or just go on a walk or socialize, something like that. Again, I'm a 16-year-old and I just wanted to give you guys some insight on what's it like doing nofap for a 16-year-old. And if you ask me, is it worth it? I definitely do think it's worth it, guys. I'm not saying jerking off is like a terrible thing to do, but I think you guys should at least try it. Do 30 days and see how you feel. If you don't like it, then it's not for you. Some guys just don't like it. They would rather jerk and do that stuff. But there are a lot of good benefits that I think you guys would notice if you tried. Also, another thing is that when you do nofap, everyone's saying like you're Superman and you are amazing, you feel great, and in a way that is true because of the high energy levels and the woman attraction. But I do get depressed sometimes. You do feel anxious. You do feel these feelings. It's not like all your sadness is just going to go away. I still have sadness sometimes, and I'm just going to be upfront about that. And it's true. It's not like you're not going to be sad anymore. But the thing is, you guys do feel great. You will feel energized and stuff like that. So thanks for watching this video. Bye.